Hello everybody, Jared back again, and welcome to another episode of NHL 21 Franchise Mode with your Seattle Wizards, our expansion team franchise mode. Let's just jump into it here, guys. So we are about to start our fourth season, I believe, with our team here. Let's take a quick look at the lines that we have going. We picked up some big names in the last draft. I do believe it was the last draft. Hopefully that is true. Was it the McGinn? No, it was not McGinn. Was it Giannis? Franchise. It was here. It was Marek Giannis here is our franchise player that we picked up. We also picked up Crosby for a last hurrah here at the free agency here. So we are looking forward to that. And Shane Wright is in the big leagues now as a third line center. Hopefully he will improve as the season goes on. His awareness is not exactly where I want it to be, particularly in the defensive zone, but he will be getting up there, I'm assuming, as the year goes on. We have our fourth line grinders here. I remember we got Garrett Hathaway at the also at free agency because Brown left, and so did who was our other guy that we had that left? It was Brown and I can't remember right now, but that's fine. Taking a look at our defense here, looking pretty good. Heatley is now up to an 85. I'm assuming he's going to stay around the 85, 86 realm. So yeah, okay, let's continue our simming here. Just as a heads up, I did offer a assistant coach a contract as well, just to try and get my coaches mesh together a little bit better right now because they are not looking too great. So we're going to see if that assistant coach says yes. If not, I may have to go out and offer a new contract. Great. Barrett is joining the team as our new assistant coach. Hopefully that will add a little bit of oomph to those guys. We are not having a great start to this season. I was hoping that this year was a year that we might take a little bit of a step forward. But we are a fairly young team, so I can see why we'd be struggling a little bit. Well, there is another reason why we would be struggling. Sidney Crosby immediately gets injured. Come on, bro. Let's see if Phillips can hold the fort there for a little while. I could do that. I think I'm just going to leave Phillips where he is. He actually has some pretty good chemistry up on that first line there. So I'll leave him where he is. He can play with the big boys. Crosby is out only for a little while, actually, so we should be fine. Looks like it's going to be a weaker year for... Well, you're only out for a little while. I'm just going to say replace player and hope that Crosby is back sooner rather than later. He's supposed to be back on the 8th. And we missed both those games. Okay, eligible players are ready to be dressed. Thank God. Crosby's actually already back. He must have been playing already. Okay, taking a look at my scratch players. Yeah, so it's just, I don't even know if Nissan was playing or not, but we are back in action there. That's good to see. It probably just meant that Crosby was injured but available to play, and then they just put him in anyway. Well, we're at a 500 team at the moment. Looks like Shane Wright got himself a little bit injured and was immediately back in the fold. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. Come on, pull it together, guys. Let's try and get out of this month with a little bit. Oh, we're actually in second place in this division. Not looking too terrible. Although, you know, just getting these losing points here is not the way I want to do it, though. But there we go, starting to pull ahead just a little bit. Let's just keep ourselves a little bit of a buffer here, guys. Get ourselves into a bit of a better place going into the next month. I don't think so. We actually dropped down from second all the way to fifth. Seems like it's a fairly tight division out here in the West. Yeah, Oilers... Yeah, basically all the way straight through to the Sharks. We're all floating within a few points of each other. That's pretty crazy. All right, Nils. Looks like you are holding on to that statistical growth, most likely. So, same with Sammy Blaze. Good for him. And Crosby's a point per game. Granlund, not bad, to be completely honest. Looks like our top six are all hovering around that point per game outside of Dominic Kubalik. Now, Kubalik is a trading asset, I think, in the next little while. We obviously have Wright and Giannis here that are going to be taking those spots at some point. Obviously, I think Crosby and Kubalik are the odd men out there. Ghost is having a pretty good season there. Not too terrible. And then we mostly have just our bottom guys here. 1 point for Phillips. That's pretty nice. Let's see how our goalies are doing. Wallstead is roughly getting the points I need out of him. I think he's got exactly the points I want out of him. You, my friend Jari, do not. Oh, actually, never mind. Again, he actually has exactly the points I want out of him. Well, good for you, Tristan. Thanks, dude. Cool. Let's go take a quick look at our... Well, let's take a look at our team stats. Why not? 11 and 9. So we are technically in a playoff spot right now. Our goals per game versus our goals against. Our goals against really needs to get better. That is not great at all. Let's take a look at our middle of the pack, basically, for penalty kill. Power play all the way down at the bottom. So our special teams, we might want to go take a quick look at it. We are much better away than at home. Much, much better. I'm going to leave the special teams alone for a little bit. And I'll probably go back there. Let's do another couple months before I go look at progress reports. Maybe let's just get ourselves up to the new year. Once we get into the new year, I can go take a look at progress reports. And if our special teams are still doing terribly, let's just have this coach replace you, my friend. Then we can go and get that done. All right, time for our first round of scouting. It looks like our scouts are doing a great, great job now. We got 2 DFDs out here in the front here, which is pretty nice. Looks like that's the main guy you'd want to get, Mark Edward Vlasic. We do not know anything about you, but you're already being scouted. All right, guys, let's let's just take a quick gander, see what's there, just so you guys can see what I'm going to be going through. I'm going to go through. I'm not going to. So the best way to do this would be, you can see these guys are currently scouted. Would be go to my scouts and take away the scouting of everybody so that I can scout them myself. I'm not going to go that far into it. I'm not going to try and micromanage that much. So I'm just going to scout the people that are not yet being scouted. I'm going to do that right now, and I will be right back. Okay, here is the last guy in the first round here. There you go. Let's see if we have any potential steals out there in later rounds. Got this guy right here. Let's give him a quick scout. And I'm going to leave all of the 2 ticks alone, I think, other than this guy who is a grinder. And if we can get a top 6 grinder or something along those lines. That late in the rounds, I'm going to say yes. Any potential low elites out there in the world? I'm going to leave the 2 ticks for alone for a little while. Wait till we get some a little bit higher level guys there. Already got you being scouted. This guy is already being scouted as well. And then the rest of the guys are 2 ticks. More 2 ticks and even more 2 ticks. Okay, other than that, let's see if there's any gems out in the world. We have found nobody yet. Okay, I'm going to leave everything else alone then. Let's continue simming here, guys. All right, boys, let's go Wizards. Do your magic. A 9-3 win after a 5. Ooh, look at us putting this puck in the net, you guys. Good God. Love to see it. And then immediately lose a pretty big game, but then come back with a great win. Loving to see it there, guys. Looks like our forward group is all fine. Let's go to defense. Seems like you, my friend, are who need to be replaced. Carlson. Let's get you in there, buddy. Oh, he's still injured. Oh, well, I'm going to leave him be. Let's take a look at special teams. That's not bad. Actually, +1 and all that is fine. We should be doing just fine with these power plays. This is extremely interesting that we are not. Yeah, I'm not a huge... I don't quite understand why. Wait, just a second. All right, so Shaw, McGinn, Kubalik. Who do we not have here? Who do I want instead of Shaw? I want these to be... Let's do all skaters. Is Giannis out there? Let's put Giannis in there. There we go. Maybe that will do a little bit better. All right, let's do special teams penalty kill. All right, this penalty kill is not good. So, looks like you are bad at this. Let's put Granlund in there. No. How about Crosby? No. Interesting. So Crosby and Shaw? That's a little bit better. No, but you're already in there, though. How about Hathaway? Still a little bit better than the negative that we had. I'm going to say that that's a bit better. Oh, Hathaway's already here, though. Who is my other... Ferland. Okay, and that makes that worse. Giannis? Nope. Blaze? Nope. Who do I want to do? Right? Nope. Who can do this? Who could do it? Grandlin? Not gonna do that. Sean? Who else can do anything defensively? There really isn't that much. All right, Shaw, let's put Ferland over here either way, just so that we have somebody out here. I'm not too sure why that's all as terrible as it is, but it really is. I mean, it could have something to do with the defense as well, but it doesn't seem like that's doing much. Yeah. You know what? Let's make the that first level of defense there be good, and then this second level, it's just not going to be as good, and that's just going to be the way that it's going to have to be. Hopefully, we'll be able to make a little bit more of a indent into the other teams with our new special teams. Well, we are not picking up enough wins here to get ourselves into contention here, but you were already playing there, my friend. We were just playing injured. Luckily, we didn't get him more injured, to be completely honest. But with this division, it is a rough division, and our points are not enough to really push for anything here. So we really got to pull ahead a bit here, guys. I'm looking for a little bit of pull ahead, and that was enough to push us into first place. Look at that. Although we do have a game in, the Canucks and I think it was the Ducks have a game in hand. So it's a bit rough. It's the Kings. Yeah, look at this. Our top five are all jostling for that top position. And the other guys are not doing too shabby, to be completely honest. I mean, not great, but not shabby. All right, let's take a look at our points. Looks like Sammy Blaze is getting points galore out there. What a dude. Hoglander. Good for you as well. Who's putting the puck in the net there? It looks like they're all fairly even. They must be getting a bunch of secondary assists on everybody. Dante McGinn here is absolutely just shelving it. Wow, 19 years old, point per game. What a dude. Looks like Giannis is having a little bit more of a struggle with it. He is now an 84 overall. I'd love to see how many hits he's doing there, though. But he's not putting the puck in the net as often as everybody else. He is a second liner. I believe I have him on the second line, so he should be fine. I think it's Kubalik that's not on the second line there. Okay, let's just take a look at just defense here. See how my defense are doing. Ghost and Healy are both fine. Ghost is a minus, so is Carlson. So that's second, or that first line is not doing absolutely great, but it's getting the job done, I guess. Why do I keep pressing that stupid trigger? Wallstead getting the points he needs. His plus minus is slowly dropping off, and Jari is basically keeping up with the amount of points he's getting games played. So that's not terrible when it comes to a backup. Let's take a quick look to see if my special teams have bumped up a little bit. Looks like my goals for has gone up. Goals against stayed basically where it was. Power play has exploded. And penalty kill is, yes, it's absolutely jumped back up. We are now second in the division instead of at the last. And our home games absolutely skyrocketed. I think we probably only lost like 2 home games in that stretch. That's crazy. 5-5 for the last few. Not fantastic, but not too shabby either. It's like our locker room chemistry has gone up. I want to see what my coaching morale is bumped up to. It was at 51%. Before I got Mr. Barrett here. So now we are up to 61%. Much better. Love to see it. Okay, let's take a look at progress reports and then a quick look at contracts. See if there's anything we want to send out into the world there. All right. Sammy Blaze, all morale and statistical growth. So hopefully we don't have to give him a contract anytime soon. Man, look at that shot on Nils Hoglander and his discipline. Man, he has a 72% discipline. Yikes. He is going to drop off hard at some point there, which really sucks. But kind of just is the way that it is. You have some statistical growth there as well. So really getting rid of Kubalik before he drops all that stat plus would not be a bad idea. Same with Granlund there, because Granlund is getting a bit older. So Shane Wright has some growth here. Some puck skills, his shot, his face-off. That's good to see, because his face-offs are not good. So getting him up to at least a 75 would be fantastic. Puck skills for you, offensive awareness, beautiful. Defensive awareness, even better. And then some physical stats for you, my friend. These are all stat growth stats for Michael Furlan, so that's good to see. Crosby, some stat, and he is starting to decline there as well. Healy, any mostly stat growth for you. That's everybody on the NHL there. Let's see in the system. Any big jumps? Dawson Neal has jumped up a little bit. This other goalie, this high starter, jumped up. I really don't care about either of those two guys. This guy I do care about, and he is getting some natural growth. I'm assuming I picked him up at some point in there. Quincy, right. You are now a fourth liner. Let's see what your defensive stats look like. I think I need to bring Quincy up, you guys. Possibly should be bringing Quincy up relatively soon. Yeah. We've got Bowie here, who was going to be my seventh D, but didn't turn out to be that way. Yeah, so trading somebody, bringing Quincy up probably would not be a bad plan. Where are you? Hopefully he is playing. Oh no, he's playing in the Broncos. Does that mean that yeah, that means he's actually not available. We've left him away. Never mind. Can't bring him up. He is set as a fourth line center, but our fourth liner, but we won't be able to use him. Okay, let's take a look at contracts and see what kind of contract money we have to send around. Crosby wants to come back for $7 million. I'm going to wait till next year to see if I want to bring him back. I'm going to wait for Granlund as well. And for Kubalik, I think I want to trade Kubalik. I think Granlund I'm going to keep around just as that second line center for a little while until we find a second line center. He's a pretty good stand-in for that second line center. Kubalik, on the other hand, is playing third line right now. And I think that real estate is not what I'm looking for here, but you guys know what I mean. Value, there's the word I'm looking for. That value could be very, very useful. Now, what is it that you want? You just want 1 year at $2 million. If I gave you 3 years at 1.6, what would you say? Probably glare at me and then tell me to piss off, but I'm not going to say anything about it. Let's give Phillips what he wants. He's a pretty good fourth liner there, or he's a pretty good depth player there for us. We have Kuffner here. So you, my friend, are also not a bad ringer here. So if he wants a two-way, and he does, I'll keep giving it to him. He's not a bad guy to have down there. Now, Hathaway is saying no to coming back, but he only wants $1 million. So if I can get him here for 2 years at 125, I would be staggered at how awesome of a contract that is. This guy, I'm not going to hand over a contract. This guy, again, these are all, low-level deals here, but I'm going to give these guys their deals anyway, just so I don't have to worry about them later. Yeah, sure. You can stay a ringer. Why not? Darlene never made it. So close, my friend. So close, but never quite got there, I'm afraid. Bure, I still have faith in Bure. I think he's gonna get there. I'm just saying I think we're gonna get a Bure at some point. This guy probably not, but let's give him a contract anyway. All right, looking into goalies, is there anybody else coming up? Wallstead does not want an extension. That is a problem. Now, I am going to give both of these guys extensions because I want them both back. Please and thank you. Now, Wallstead, why are you saying no? 2 years at 8 mil. If I go up, it goes crazy. So what I think I'm going to do is, because we're still waiting on some big contracts, I'm going to see if he'll come back for 2 years at 8 million. And see what he says to that. There is a chance that he'll say yes. He'll want an extension later on. But for right now, we have to spend money next year anyway, so might as well give it to one of our big boys. Right? Okay, let's take a look and see what Kubalik's trade value is looking like. Now, to be honest, we are in playoff contention right now, so trading away something like that doesn't particularly make sense. But I can't really see his trade value jumping much higher than it already is. So there is that to consider. And we're fine on the wings. It is down the center that our problem is. So having Granlund stick around makes a little bit more sense than Kubalik. So I think we are probably going to ship Kubalik off at the trade deadline and see if there's somebody else that can jump up in the meantime. Strombolopoulos is still out there in the sea, which is pretty funny. I can always bring Chekhorvich up once we trade. Oh no, actually he's already down there. We can find someone to jump into that spot on the third line fairly easily. Kubalik is not non-replaceable. So let's get ourselves out of the trade deadline and see what everything is looking like. I still want to use Kubalik as long as we possibly have him. Just for that. So let's get ourselves a little bit closer to the trade deadline. Let's go to the 28th here and see how we do. You say yes. Here's a good win. Hathaway says yes. You say yes, yes, yes. You said no. Yes. Wallstead said yes. Nice. Everybody is saying yes except for our friend from the Sharks there. I can never remember his name. He's a bit of an if for me. He really is a bit of an if. I don't care about not being trades. I made a decision so that we wouldn't have trades. It's my decision. For me. Oh, wow. Absolutely crushed Ottawa there. Poor Ottawa. Leave Ottawa alone. Looks like Granlund got himself a little bit nicked there in that Devils game, but he's healed up good. That's nice to see. Looks like it is time to do another scout here. Let's see if we still don't know who you are. And the Kelowna Rockets might be a good idea to just take over that scouting there. We'll see if I have to do that or not. It does seem like there is not a lot going on here. But I'm gonna let them do their scouts for a little while. I'm gonna go in and do another one later. For right now, let's just leave my guys to do their scouting. I have faith in my team. Faith in my team. So we've dropped fairly far down there in the standings. But with that win, we go right back. Man, it is such a tight race, you guys. Look at that. It is still a massively tight race. Between, all the way even to the Flames. Basically, our entire division is above 500. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen that. We also went on a little bit of a losing streak there, which did not help our cause. Not help our cause at all. Phillips is mad that he's not playing, so actually getting him out there probably wouldn't be a bad plan. To be completely honest, but there's a few wins, and that pumped us all the way up to first in the division. That's crazy. And then drop back down to third. Wow. That's insane, guys. Absolutely insane. So, our choice to trade Kubalik could very well put us from in contention all the way down to the Flames. All the Flames need, they have one game in hand, and then they would be tied with us. Golden Knights, just a couple games. That is absolutely insane. The Kings are not a 500 team, but they actually have more points than a 500 team. Absolutely ridiculous. All right. Let's see how everyone is doing here. It looks like Sammy Blaze is getting all kinds of stat growth here. I'm assuming that you would as well. I'm hoping that is enough to keep Kubalik his stat pluses there. And Giannis, 48, not terrible for a... There's a couple guys here that are rookies that are not having terrible. 30 goals already for Dante. As a sniper, he is putting that puck in the net, you guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Crosby's above a point per game. We got 3 players here that are above a point per game. Not looking too shabby. Let's take a look at our defense. We still do not have that point-producing defense. Healy is doing fine, but he's still not that point-producing defense. We would love to have our at least 40 to 50-point guy on our team, but we just don't have him yet. Wallstead, down below a 0.9 save percentage, which is not great. He's still getting the points I need out of him. And Jerry is not. So we're having a bit of a rougher season here. Let's see if we've dropped off on our team points here. Goals for is dropped off, but our goals against also dropped off. Oh, I was looking at the wrong place there. Goals for per game has went up. Actually, we're doing fine. And we're still almost at 30%. And second place in that, it's still basically a 500 team if we're looking at our goals for, our last 10. Would love to be doing a little better than we're doing, but I understand we're still a young team. Just kind of is the way that it is. All right, let's see what we could do with Kubalik. What is your... Oh, it is skyrocketed. Yes, that's a good choice on us to keep that where that was. Now, obviously, these two at their trade value right now is pretty crazy. Now, the other question is, Sammy Blaze, he has almost capped out trade value here. We have him 2 years left on an absolutely fantastic deal, and he'll probably drop back down to earth before that deal goes out. What about you? He wants a contract, so he's going to ask for stupid money. We'll probably overpay him next year just to keep him around. Kubalik is being paid something stupid right now, right? But if you look at Kubalik, he wouldn't do terrible on that first line. Now, the other thing we could do is we could trade Kubalik. And again, we're trying to build from our own guys for the future. Because Sammy Blaze, although at 28, he can actually stick around for a while. But if Granlund still has that potential at the end of next year, I wouldn't say no to getting rid of him for a first. But I think trading Kubalik right now, because he does not have a contract, although Granlund also doesn't have a contract. And I think the game still forgets. Oh, but he's just so good on that second line. Look at his scheme fit on that second line. Okay, nope, it's Kubalik. All right, let's find somebody that wants Kubalik that has a okay record and is willing to get rid of their first. So the Ducks. I don't really want to trade in my division. Oh, right. I was like, what, Anna? I mean, Arizona's not in the South? I mean, in the Pacific? What's going on here? We could try for that. They're doing a little bit too badly, though. Let's find not trading my division. We obviously have to hold on to something. We could send Kubalik back to Chicago. Now, their first rounder is actually not worth that much. Apparently, they're doing a little better than it looks like they're doing. You guys wouldn't say no to it. You'd have over 45 skaters. We're definitely have to throw something else in here. Let's see what they have around. They have Seth Jones. Interesting. That they would be willing to throw my way. Thomas Tatar. You have 1 year left on that, but you would want to play. Ooh, we can get Anze Kopitar. His defensive stats and his face-offs and stuff would be pretty awesome. I wouldn't say no to Anze Kopitar just to keep him around for a year. They could actually afford his contract too. Just a second. They wouldn't say yes to this, would they? Rejected. Okay, let's find something else that we could throw their way that we do not need. Now, you're not signed yet, strangely enough. I should probably sign that guy. Now, I think we want to keep this dude, though. Right wing sniper? Yeah, we're probably going to want to keep you. You are a low elite, so I'll throw you in the mix. And maybe a second. We'll give the Chicago back their second. Oh, this isn't Chicago. This is Detroit. Let's try this. Let's start not with the second, though. Let's start with the third. Okay, they're going to say no to that. They're probably going to say no to the second, too. Yeah. What about this second and this third? Sweeten just a touch. Okay, that is something I'm more than willing to do. In fact, let's go to all skaters and see if I can sweeten it with something like this. Is that going to be enough to push it through? Okay, so a bottom 6 is not enough to push it through. How about a top 9? Honestly, sweeten just a touch. Not going to throw you. Okay, how about goalies? Do we have any goalies that I'm willing to toss into the mix? Got a starter here and a high starter. Let's throw the starter in first, see if that's any better. Accepted. All right, so we got ourselves a first. I'm going to say best rosters for now, and then now let's throw away some other things. I'm going to keep this high starter for right now. High starters are pretty nice. They're nice to stick around. Now, I probably don't need them, but I also do not need to be throwing that kind of stuff in the mix. Let's get rid of this bottom 6 and this top 9. I don't need either of these two guys. I probably could get rid of something else as well, just for the fun of it. But for right now, let's just clear up some of these cruddier contracts. See if anybody wants them first. Doesn't seem to be the case, so let's just give them to whoever we really want to. Get ourselves... Start with a third, work our way up. You're going to say a third for that? Okay, sure. Why the heck not? Okay, now we got to fix our lines here. So I'm not horrified if we drop out of the playoffs. This is a tight race. I understand. We're a young team. Anze Kopitar is here. Let's do Phillips down. We're missing somebody that I need. And I can't, for the life of me, see who it would be. Oh, right, we brought in Kopitar, so Phillips shouldn't be there. I understand. Okay, so Phillips, you need to go away for Greenway. Yes, there we go. So Kopitar doesn't fit this line perfectly. Ooh, he does fit that line perfectly. Again, are you still third line? You're also third line. You're also third line. Now, doing that doesn't really help anybody, so I'm going to leave it the way that it is. Also going to leave that the way that it is. So Crosby obviously dropping off, unfortunately. But for this season, he should be fine. If we have to pick up a first-line center again in the free agency, we can. I could also give Crosby another contract to make him our third-line center for next year. That would not be the end of the world. Okay, when it comes to contracts, let's see if our friend there wants another one again. Granlund, what are you asking for, my friend? 10 million now. Crosby, you are asking for 9 million now. I don't think he's going to ask for that, to be completely honest. And you want one, let's just, you know what? For 2 years, let's do 3 years at that price. 4 years at that price? 3 years of that price to make him stop asking. And again, we're probably going to trade him away at some point anyway. So, Horvich, is that what your name is? Whatever your name is, let's see what you say about that. All right, let's get some simming done here, guys. All right, let's try and get all the way to the end of the playoffs. See where we get to. Come on, boys. Perfect. Horvich says yes, finally. We are going to keep our trade block. I'm going to sim through it. Let me know if any big names get traded here, guys. I think we're just going to have to sit here. Ooh, Michael Furlan got injured. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, this is going to be a huge amount of simming, isn't it? I'll bring you guys back when it's done. There we go. Seattle player is fully healed, so just a small injury. But we got through without any big names getting traded, apparently, other than us. So apparently we were the big name that traded away things. Come on, more wins. There we go. Let's keep putting some space between... Who is it that really needs... The Sharks, I guess? Man, that's just a struggle there. Between everybody. We really need to do some space between everybody. Okay, let's see what we got scouted here. So it does look like we have the majority of these people here. And it does look like we are finally scouting these guys. So we should start to know something about them. Let's see if there's any gems that we've discovered. Ooh, a few gems. Ooh, and a grinder in the second round. Absolutely. Now, he's not guaranteed to be a grinder, but still enough that I really want him. So let's get all these guys potentially scouted here. We've got a goalie. You're already being scouted in, looks like, probably the later rounds there. And this guy is probably round 3. So I wouldn't say no to a top 6, although you are a two-way. Okay, let me go through the first round, scout out everybody, and I will bring you guys back. Okay, that should be everybody that I care about for the most part. Just making sure that everybody here that I want. I went through and did the... I sorted by potential, so there is a few guys here that I have not gone through. But that's fine. You know what? I'm going to say that is totally okay. We're going to get as many people as we need to scouted there. My scouts are much, much better than they have been before. I'm just going to replace Justin Braun there with our backup D-man there. Hopefully he'll do the job he needs to. Wow, actually there's 3 good wins there. Looks like Ivan Chekhovich. Sorry, that was bad. Let's do it manually here. Is back in play, which is nice to see. Granlund is up to an 89 there. That's crazy. Whoa, look at Giannis. That's crazy. That is super awesome. 71, not great when it comes to the face-off there. Cool. Looking at defense here, Nassan, let's get you out of there in place of Baron here, please. No, yes to Baron. There we go. Cool. Now, your role is top 6. Let's throw Carlson up there for right now. Just because I'm assuming that you're having some minuses due to morale or statistics. Either way, I don't want you where you are. Although, I could just say that I just screwed the pooch after all those wins. I made those losses. Someone could say such a thing. So we are still, as long as we win 2 of the next 4, guys, I'm going to feel pretty good about our chances to get into the playoffs here. I think we may have clinched a spot. Yeah, we're fine. We are absolutely fine, which means that our pick is going to be terrible, but we are about to go into our first Stanley Cup run as an actual team that we've built. So that is awesome. Let's take a quick look at our end of season stats and whatnot. The first thing I want to look at are progress reports, and then we'll go look at stats here. But first things first, progress reports. Let's see how much of this is horrifying. Ooh, he is now a first line forward. All of this is natural growth. Offensive awareness up to 88. His shots in the 90s. His defensive awareness, 87. What a defensive powerhouse there. Oh, look at his physical category, guys. Oh, it's disgusting. Kopitar, his offense. Oh, look at his offensive awareness. Yikes. But he's got some statistical growth. His face-offs are staying the same, so that's nice to see. He's being held up by some pretty solid stat growth. Sammy Blaze is obviously being held up by that as well. All of you guys are being held up by that, aren't you? All right, Shane Wright. How are you doing, my friend? Some morale growth there as well, unfortunately, so not all of this is stat. Face-off is still not doing exactly what I would like it to do. Jasper. Up to an 88 overall. Looking like that signing was absolutely fantastic. Oh, sorry. Why do you have 89 games played? I guess that's over the preseason as well. He's having some statistical minuses, so at least it's not, the worst. Okay, let's check down in the system, see if there's been any big growers down there. This is our elite, same with our starter. Quincy is at 82 overall, you guys. Oh, look at that offensive awareness. Oh, look at that defensive awareness. Oh, God, I love you, bro. His fighting skill. He's been up down there in the Broncos, just bucking people. Just bucking people. That's all I can say. Looks like you've got some natural growth there. That's nice to see. I would love your awareness to go up for me to be actually able to use you, Albin. So hopefully he continues to grow there a little bit. All right, let's see end of season stats here, and then we're going to take a look at the Ducks. I'm probably going to do the playoffs in the next video, but we'll look at that later. So right now I want to see player stats. They're not going to show me because we're in the playoffs. Oh, no, I can see it here, though. There we go. All right, so Sammy Blaze and Crosby are basically a point per game, almost 40 goals from again. I cannot see that not being a Calder winning season, to be completely honest. That's absolutely insane. Giannis there, not terrible when it comes to points either. Kopitar had a 50-point season, strangely enough. So did Shane Wright down that third line. That's nice to see. Perfect. Healy got himself 35-ish points as a D-man, which for a two-way is not terrible at all. Let's take a look at just defense here. Yeah, Ghost and Carlson are definitely still that minus there, which sucks a bit. Looks like Nassan got 15 games played. That's nice to see as well. That's going to keep him a little bit happier. Let's say goalies. Got himself back up to a 900, and Jari was basically at that 900 as well. Jari did not get the points I wanted out of him, but Wallstead definitely did. All right, let's take a look at the entire NHL and see who did what. Entire league. Oh, actually, here we go. Let's I can be here, sure. Let's do 50 games played. So games played looks like Wallstead's in the discussion, but I'm thinking that I'm probably going to be giving this to Vazzy. Well, there you go, Vazzy. Yeah, no, Markstrom's definitely not getting that for that. Freddie Anderson, that's not terrible. He'd be in the discussion. His goals against average is better. Ooh, actually, I think I might get it to Freddie. Yeah, Freddie, I think, is going to win that guy. I think that is, it's Freddie's year to lose there. Demko, what did you get up to? Okay, he's only still an 8-3. I got scared when I saw how well he did. Yeah, unfortunately, Wallstead, when it comes to goals against, was not where we wanted him to be. All right, let's take a look at rookie skaters. We're doing this a weird, wacky way, guys. Giannis, Wright, both of you guys. How did we not get... Who's the other player that is ours that I'm thinking of? Matt Sedin. Who am I... Okay, I mean, it's great that Giannis got it. I guess he wasn't a rookie. Okay, sure. Well, that is awesome. We got ourselves most likely a Calder here. I highly doubt they're not going to give it to him. He's got 5 points on him. Roughly the same. Ron Solars? Shot's pretty sick. Offensive awareness is sick. His defensive awareness, man, this guy's actually pretty sick all around. First round, second pick in 2022. What a stud they've got themselves there. Ooh, I remember Yandel. That was the year that Keith Yandel also went away. They got this player here. Okay, let's stop looking at this. Maybe a rookie goalie would steal the show. Nope, definitely not. All right, let's look at start with forwards first. Nathan McKinnon, Jack Eichel, and Brock Besser, strangely enough. Okay, so Jack Eichel is obviously feeding to Sam Reinhart there for a 99-point season. Looks like Trevor Zegras. I don't wonder which Zegras that is. There is 2 of them, remember. So where was Besser sending all of those A's to? Elias. All right, that'd be why the Canucks were having the season that they were. All right, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Kaprikov. Wow, he got himself over to the Ducks. So we got Crosby. He's actually wearing 97. Interesting. I forgot he did that in real life. Interesting. What a stud that guy is in real life, eh? Alexander Nylander up to an 89 overall. Crazy. Olofsson, 87. All right, enough of this. Let's take a look at fun stats. So, A's. Who got the most apples here? Brock Besser. What a weird world that is. 92 overall. He must be stat built galore. But I mean, hey, 94 passing. That'll happen. McKinnon, Vasily Podkozin. What they got him up to? 90 overall. Don't even know who that's a great player. There's Ovi. I just wanted to know where Ovi was. 84 overall. Crazy. Can I see full career stats? Now, I don't know what the record is. I just wanted to go look. NHL goals total. He needs, if he can stick around for one more season, he's going to pass that 1,000 goal mark. Absolutely he is. So he's getting there. He's keeping himself vaguely on pace. He's now in Minnesota. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Well, we'll see if he gets there or not. Okay, let's take a look at fun stats here. Power play goals. McKinnon, power play points. Looks like it's also going to be McKinnon. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at who's the biggest wrecking ball in the league. Sorelli, Brown, Mark Stone. And are you the other Zagreus, or are you the same Zagreus? Same Zagreus. I really want to go. Actually, we're going to be going to look at the Ducks, so we'll see how those Zagreus went around. Let's take a look at fights. Tom Wilson, Tag Bertuzzi. So Tom Wilson just fought all these guys. He fought these guys twice and somebody else once. Takeaways. Who's going to get that defensive? I don't know. The Selke. There we go. Kirby Dach has a chance. So does Jack Eichel. Turcotte. O'Reilly most likely is just going to get it again, though, with that face-off percentage. The game usually likes face-off percentage. So it looks like JT and Contour may also have a shot at it. And Wenberg might also have a shot at it. We'll see what they look for there. Okay, let's look at defense. Who do we got here? Points is a tight race. Now, I'm not too sure how they feel about plus minus. It might be Torrey Krug here. It could also go to Quinn Hughes. Again, I'm not too sure what they look for. If maybe assists when it comes to defense they like more, or if it's goals. If it's goals, they'll go to Torrey Krug. If it's points in general, Riley might get it. Riley might get it. I'm not too sure how they're going to put that in line there. Tyson Barrie. Man, he always gets the points, eh? Even at that kind of... I mean, his passing and his offensive awareness are pretty awesome. But that passing is probably where he gets most of his points, right? Yeah, 44. I mean, if you're passing to Draisaitl and McDavid on the power play, you're going to get points no matter what, aren't you? Let's see. Is it... yeah, 12 points. So over a quarter of his points came from the power play. Okay, let's get out of here. So let's take a quick look at the Ducks, what we are going to be facing there. Let's also just see, before I go anywhere else, has anybody come back to earth and are looking for a slightly better contract? No, you're still looking for something crazy. Crosby's coming back down to earth. I still think we're probably going to offer Crosby a contract next year. I don't think, I don't know if he'll be ready or not. Who am I thinking right now? Shane Wright. I'm not too sure if Shane Wright's going to be ready or not. Okay, let's view lines and go see the Ducks. Luckily, it's pretty easy to see them. Yeah, Zagreus and Zagreus, they're both there. So this is their big point getter, Zagreus here, which his puck skills at 99 overall all the way down. I think that's the real guy. And then this is the guy that I made, who is not quite as good, but both of those guys, they're 1-2 of the what's the word I'm looking for there? The carbon copies? No. The duplicates? No. What's the word I'm looking for there? You are clones. The clones. We'll just call them the clones. It'll be us against the clones. Ooh, and there's that Sundin guy. Interesting. 21 overall. Other forward they got him playing. I wonder if they have anybody scratched. Injured? Nobody crazy injured there. But we didn't actually. No, stop pressing all the wrong buttons, Jared. We didn't see everything that went wrong there. So view lines once again. I want to look at their defense. Lindbergh, Drysdale, Troy Stetcher, Cam Fowler, Mahula, and Travis Hamonic at 79 overall. Interesting. Thought they would have they'd done him a little bit dirty there. I would have made him an 80 overall. I mean, he might have started to regress. Gibson in net, and Malcolm Subban. This is going to be a hard team, guys. That is not a bad team. Particularly, yeah, you know what? That defensive core looks fairly similar to ours. And to be honest, no, never mind. Our bottom 6 outdoes theirs badly. And you know what? I'd say our top 6 is equal, if not better. I'm going to say top 6 equal, if not better. Now, the other thing I did notice is Giannis wants to be a first liner. And I don't want to piss him off, so I'm wondering if I do that. Chainwright, you're still saying second liner? You're still at 90% overall stuff. Okay, I'm going to try that. It's probably an interesting choice on my part. Okay, what if I did that? Okay, I'm just trying to see where Crosby would fit in the future. What does your scheme fit? Really, he's a second line center. What does your scheme fit, right? Okay, so right at some point, probably even next year, he's going to have an off-season jump, and I'm going to probably be putting him right there. Is probably what's going to be happening. And there is a chance that, well, somebody's going to jump up. We'll see how it works. We'll see. Why am I talking about this? All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to leave this episode here, and in the start of next episode we will do the playoffs, the draft, and get ourselves into the next season. So hope to see you guys then. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode of NHL 21 Franchise Mode with your Seattle Wizards. Bye everybody.